Assagai, who's actually been recently being recognized for his kind of really powerful and genuine motivational speeches. And so he's going to be giving a talk called The Right Choices, The Right Life. We welcome Caliph.
How's everybody doing tonight? Doesn't sound like it. Let me ask you again. How's everybody doing tonight? Good. And that's one more time. How's everybody doing tonight? Great. All right. I'm going to accept that. That's good enough for now. Y'all don't know me yet. You're not giving me out the love yet. I'm earning that. So the first thing I want to say is it's a pleasure to be here tonight. To stand after the people who have just spoken, I have deep history with every single person here. Starting with Eric Harris. We used to play together as kids. His dad was one of my mentors, is one of my mentors. We've known each other since as long as I can remember. So it's beautiful to be able to follow after Eric. Jason August, we played high school football together. I mean, what I should say is Jason August played high school football. I watched him from the bench, and he was amazing, and it was really a pleasure to be able to share the field with him and share experience with him. And Lavelle is probably the person single who's most responsible for me coming into my own in college. He was my professional mentor. He did everything before me that told me I had to do it. And so he ran for Senate, and then I said, well, I might run for Senate, and he said, well, you have to do it, you know, because you have the skill set, you have a purpose in your life, you're here to serve, and you're excellent, and you can do it. And so what I want to talk to you about is making the right choices for your life. The talk is the right choice for the right life, because from here on out, you have so many opportunities that are going to come into your life. And the direction of your life is going to be based on the decisions that you make moving forward. So there are four factors, or four things I want you to consider as you move through life, through your college, through your career, through everything that you're going to be experiencing. And so I want you all to say this with me real quickly. Say, I have a purpose. I'm here for service. I've got skills. And I'm excellent. All right, we got it. Let's go through it one more time. I have a purpose. I'm here for service. I've got skills. And I'm excellent. See, we're all here in this room today as Lynx achievers, right? But this is the beginning of us coming into our purpose in life. Up until now, you've been in the compulsory education system, required to go to school through 12th grade. You haven't been able to contribute as much as you possibly can in this experience, just based on the fact that from 9 to 5 or 9 to 3, you're at school, you got parents, you're living at home, your life has been structured for you. But now you're stepping into a place where it's all on you, where you decide what you want your impact to be, where you determine how great and how large your impact will be. Some people leave this world having made a minimal impact, just a scratch of the surface. Some people leave a deep and enduring legacy of service to this world, and it all starts with the decisions they make when they are where you are right now. It's not about when I grow up, it's about right now, today. And so when you think about the idea of living out your purpose in this life, because everybody knows they have a purpose, right? Say, I have a purpose.
I have a purpose.
Yes, you do have a purpose, and you know this. Maybe you don't know what it is yet. And that's a big struggle for people. That's a big struggle for young people. I know I'm here to do something, but I'm not sure what it is. I've been told there's this and that and all these different options, but I don't know in my heart what it is. And so I devised a way to get at service from a different perspective. Instead of asking, what's my purpose, I ask, what's my life service? So you all have an opportunity to contribute to this world. And there's so many ways that you can do it. There's so many ways that you are able to contribute. But what's your unique way? And the way to find that is to say, who do I want to serve and how? Who do I want to serve and how? See, we all have some specific group that we're able to or inspired to serve at our highest possible level. For me, that's you. That's young people. That's people in a position to change their world by changing their life starting right now. See, I know that I don't have to be the best Supreme Court justice ever. I don't have to litigate even though I'm an attorney. I don't have to be the best public defender or the best DA. If I can inspire you to do that. My purpose is inspiration. My purpose is inspiring our next generation to reach their highest level of greatness. And so I want you all to think about, and considering what you're going to do moving forward, once again, what's your life service? Identifying a specific group, a specific way you want to help them, and then what that means to not only that person, but to the world. Because ultimately, your purpose is to be a part of this society, a part of this world, and is to be great. And whatever you choose to do is going to have a ripple effect far beyond the one day that you make that decision, or the one person that you help. And a great example of that is my mentor, Lavelle. That dude had no idea when he decided to mentor me and encourage Darnell and keep people in student government. He didn't know he was going to create a monster. He didn't know. He didn't know that I was going to go on to UCLA Law School, pass the bar the first time, start a lobbying firm, and represent only nonprofit clients working in criminal justice and civil rights before the California State Legislature. Only 33-year-old black man with a lobbying firm in Sacramento, working only for the people, public defenders, Children's Defense Fund. Lavelle didn't know, but he knew that he wanted to help me. And his help, his assistance, his encouragement has allowed me to help thousands of people with my job and with my service. So I want you all to consider, again, who do I want to help and why? Not what's my life's purpose, but what's my life's service. Now, the next piece is being of service. We are all here with something to give, as I just said, but many times we think about the money over the impact. And my contention to you is that if you focus only on service, only on what you have to give, you will get more back than you ever would if you focus only on the money. Everybody say, I'm here for service. You're here for service. And see, I thought that service meant being broke. So I was doing nonprofit work and working in Oak Park and making my little 30K, thinking I had something going on. And then Sam Walton sat me down and laughed in my face and told me, he said, what are you doing? He said, Caliph, you got fields of gold sitting right here. And he told me a story. He said, Caliph, it's not about the money. I know you don't believe that you want to go chasing money. He said, when Steve Jobs decided to, or when Bill Gates actually decided to start Apple, or Mark Zuckerberg decided to start Facebook, they weren't thinking millions. They were thinking, I think this can help people. But why is Mark Zuckerberg a multi-billionaire? Because he's helped billions of people. He's helped billions of people connect to one another. He's helped billions of people find family members they've lost, find lovers they've lost, marriages have happened, kids have been born. People have raised millions of dollars for service because Mark Zuckerberg made the decision to start Facebook, to connect people. He had no idea what he was doing. He was focused on the service, and now he's a billionaire. And so Sam taught me that I needed to come out of my little nonprofit mindset and start thinking about whether or not my position was limiting my ability to serve. Answer, yes. What now? Ballin'. Thank you, sir. Now, the next person, I also had a conversation with Scott Syfax, who's here. And Scott was talking to me about service in the sense of running for public office. Scott told me, in no uncertain terms, that there's two ways to have political power. One is to be a politician. One is to have all the politicians rely on you because you've got capital and you can invest in all kinds of different campaigns and all kinds of different issues. So I learned that if I focus on the service, I can have a bigger impact than if I focus only on the money. So as you're going through life, making your different choices and decisions about what you want to do and who you want to be, remember, you're here to serve. Let's say it one more time. I'm here for service. I'm here for service. That's right. Now, how do you serve? See, I went through my life not really knowing I had a particular skill set. I had a brother who was better than me at all sports and all music, so just compared to him, I didn't really have much to offer. It wasn't until, y'all know what I'm talking about. Me and these dudes used to be playing, basketball, and he was somebody who was way better than everybody else. That was my brother, right? So I didn't know what skill set was because I was always comparing myself to the people next to me who were better than me at various things. It wasn't until I got to Davis and was considered to run for public office that I learned that this ability to speak, the ability to listen, the ability to connect with people, which is a skill or a talent that's born innately, would allow me to serve in politics. But what I learned later, after running for Senate and winning and being the president and working in the California legislature, working in the mayor's campaign, working in DC, working in legal services, all this stuff, is that it wasn't necessarily those positions. It was me transferring my skill set to all of these different places. Everybody say, I've got skills. Yeah, so you all have some special skill set that you can bring to the marketplace that will allow you to be of service and to reach your highest level of service and potential in the world. And so when you think about what you're going to be doing in college, what you're going to be doing in life, maybe there's something that you're interested in that you want to be to be your major, or there might be a club that you want to join. But always try and say, what is the skill set that I have that if I develop to its fullest potential will allow me to be the best in the world? And so for me, that was public speaking. That was doing public speaking, doing coaching, being a professional mentor. And I realized that if I can be the best at anything, it's helping other people be their best. You all have a skill set as well. And don't sleep on the things you're good at. A lot of us want to say, oh, I'm good at that, that comes easy. It doesn't come easy if you try and do it at a world-class level. You have talent, but you haven't put the time in. I like the story that Tony Robbins tells about Michael Jordan. Y'all know who Michael Jordan is, right? I'm just saying, I know he's a little bit, from back in the day. So Michael Jordan, greatest basketball player arguably ever. And he didn't make his freshman basketball team. He went out and tried out and said, he thought he was just going to ball out. He was going to go and make the team. I think it was, actually, maybe it was, he was trying to make the JV team, something like that. And when he got there, he did the tryout. He didn't get the position. He got cut. And he thought he was this naturally talented player, so he goes to the coach, how do you cut me? He says, I'm the best player out there. He says, no, you're not. He said, you've got talents and abilities, but you don't have discipline. You're not focused. You're not the best you could be. You're showing up with just what you got naturally, but you're not working on sharpening that so that it can be the most effective thing that anybody's ever seen on the basketball court. So Michael Jordan made a deal with his coach. He said, if you show up every day before school and practice with me, I'll guarantee you make this team next year. Michael Jordan, without getting a moment of playing time, went to practice every single morning and worked on his basic skills with that coach to take them from basic to world class. And that's where Michael Jordan was made. He did have natural talents and abilities, but he did everything he could to develop that skill set so that when he went out there, nobody could play against him. And so that's what y'all need to do, is identify that skill set and sharpen it till it's like a laser and you can shoot it wherever you want and be successful. I like doing this. I like speaking. But I could go into being a CEO, an executive, whatever. The skills are transferable because I've sharpened them. And so you all have a special skill set as well. One way to identify that is to do something called a Strengths Finders assessment. I might have told you about that during the College Life workshop, but I'll send that out again to figure out exactly what it is that you want to do. So, you've got a purpose, you're here for service, and you've got skills. But the last thing I want to impress upon you, even without knowing you, but just knowing this program and knowing that you're here, is that you're excellent. Everybody say, I'm excellent. I'm excellent. Okay, say it again like you mean it. I'm excellent. I'm excellent. You're excellent. Eric said it best. He said, know that you deserve to be in every single room that you walk into. There is no place that you don't belong. And where we get stuck, and I say we as black people, and I am speaking for all of them right now, is that it's that time where we show up and we think that because of who we are, what we look like, or whatever, we're not going to be perceived or accepted in the way that we would hope to be. Now, is that true? Yes. Does that matter? No. Because if you walk in with the feeling excellence, if you walk in knowing that you are the best there's ever been, then you're never going to be in a position where somebody can outwit you in that kind of situation because you already know, it's already done. And if you're focused on your purpose, you're finding your life service, you're focused on service, you're developing your skill set, by the time you get out of college and you step into the working world, your excellence is going to be apparent to you. And you are the person it matters most to. Because for you, you've got to know know and own the fact that you are special. Just because you're here, sometimes your parents will tell you you're special and your teachers will tell you you're special, and you'll say, no, not really. Yes is the answer. You are stand-out individuals. You stand out above most people in the world. Just like going to college, you're one of the top, I think it's 1 to 5% of intelligent people in the world. You have so much opportunity. And only by owning your excellence, by saying, I'm going to be at the top of whatever I do. When I was running for office, I wasn't trying to run just for city council. I was just trying to figure out how I could run for president, right? Because I'm like, well, politics, president, the top. And nobody could tell me that I couldn't be the president of the United States. Now that I'm in this arena of personal development and speaking and coaching, nobody can tell me that I'm not going to be at the same level of Tony Robbins. Why? Because I'm excellent. And I work at that every single day. And you're excellent too. And if you work at it every single day, you will be exactly who you want to be in life. Let these principles guide you as you navigate this world. Because it's not just this world, it's your world. It's the world that was given to you, and it's for you to take over and rise to the top. Don't let Trump scare you. You're still in charge. Okay? So let's go through this one more time. And this time, now that you know me, let's say it like you mean it. I have a purpose. I'm here for service. I've got skills. And I'm excellent. Thank you.
Yeah, Caliph definitely has skills.